Following the recent death of 18-year-old Samuel Amon, Bath and North East Somerset Council have been called upon to improve river safety measures. In September, Mr Amon's body was found in the River Avon. This brings the total number of deaths to 6 over the past 5 years. Mr Amon's family have claimed that substantial steps need to be taken to improve river safety measures in order to prevent further deaths. A spokesperson for Bath and North East Somerset Council has issued a statement offering their condolences to Mr Amon's family, alongside a promise to review existing safety precautions and to potentially look to implement new measures to offer the best possible protection to the public.
I think it's important that the council actually look critically at what problems occur. So, for instance, are the barriers adequate? Are they going to invest more money to run safety around, especially around the travel paths where the cyclists are there? Are they going to reevaluate where those cycle paths lie? I think also the council should take onus on education as well as the safety measures, and making sure that educating students and local residents and anyone in Bath around what the implications of the river is and actually how to remain safe walking by that river late at night especially.
What advice can you give to students who live near the river in order to avoid this reoccurring?
To make sure that when you're travelling to and from home, make sure you're walking with people, try to stick to well-lit areas if you have to walk by the river, and if you can avoid it, try to walk down avenues which don't have that path next to the river, because just mainly general safety, because when you're in a more inebriated state, it's better to actually have safety as your first thought. So if you keep in those practices during the day as well, and you just use these routes, it means you're more likely to do it when you're drunk as well.
Universities have been discouraged from using graduates as cash cows following a recent report on tuition fees. The University and College Union has criticised a recent report published by the Institute of Economic Affairs, which states that the student loans system should be replaced. The report recommends that universities should arrange individual contracts with students, in which a percentage of their future earnings is agreed to as payment. Whilst many have argued that this new system would incentivize universities to invest in their students' employment prospects, others have suggested that this is another step towards the privatization of higher education. We took to parade to see which system students here at Bath preferred.
Probably the percentage system would be a better idea, because I know these days a lot more people are going to university, and there's sort of a saturation in the job market where a lot of people who are going to university aren't getting high paid jobs anymore. So the government were expecting, I think, to get more money back from this new system than the previous system, but it hasn't actually worked out.
I suppose that's all right. I mean, you're only essentially giving a portion of your salary to the government anyway when you pay your loan back, so it's not really any different.
I'd say that's better, because it's like a vacuum of money for the government at the moment. The way it's run is the people that are getting a degree and then getting a job that's less than £21,000 a year aren't paying anything back.
Foreign students face being included in government plans to cut net immigration rates to the UK. Amid growing pressure from UKIP and Conservative backbenchers to curb immigration, the Prime Minister David Cameron has pledged to reduce net migration to less than 100,000 a year by 2015. This is in response to the Office for National Statistics report, which estimated that net long-term migration to the UK was 212,000 in 2013. This will directly affect non-EU university students who risk losing their work visas because, according to the Home Office, migrants, whether students or otherwise, have an impact on public services. The government has already implemented a more rigorous student visa process, which, according to universities, has put many foreign students off coming to university in Britain. Keith Vaz, chairman of the Home Affairs Select Committee, told the BBC that the debate on immigration cannot be ignored, as students are not migrants, and that there needed to be an intellectual, factual debate about student visas. CampusTV asked students for their thoughts on cutting migration rates and how this would affect universities. Do you think immigration rates are too high in this country?
Not necessarily think that they're too high, but I think that they could be managed.
I should probably say no, because my parents are immigrants.
I believe that the government has its own reasons to put it. I don't think we see the entire prospect in terms of economics and politics.
If they're non-EU migrants, is that where a problem arises?
No, there's absolutely no problem in the rates of non-EU migrants. In fact, I think it's too difficult for non-EU migrants to migrate into the UK.
I feel that it's part of our past that we've incorporated relationships with other countries, and it's only fair that that carries on. Immigration is part of that. I guess we just have to learn how best to suit everyone, both people already here and those coming in.